on Dragon Ball Z.
Now, I'm sure you're wondering where the recap for the last episode is. Well, it's gone. Now, I went to go edit these videos and I accidentally deleted the last episode, which would have been episode 5 from my computer. Could not recover it. Don't know where it went. And I would have gone and replayed the section of the episode on this last save I did. But because of what happens in this episode, I'm unable to go and get that save back. So, just as a recap, we basically had Yuri come over. We flirted a lot. We told Saudi that we liked Yuri and we're probably going to be trying to pursue, the love with her. We also kind of I guess massaged or wiped Yuri's face a bit and it got really intimate. A lot of blue ball in there, but it was basically just us and Yuri spending time together. It was the whole episode. So here are the results of that episode. Enjoy. Hello everybody, I'm Captain Zeus and welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club. In the last episode, we had to deal with our crippling depression as Saudi just dropped the bombshell of not only her feelings towards us, more or less, and the fact that she deals with depression. We also basically friend zoned her as well as made some schmoves on Yuri. Now today is the day of the festival and we're gonna see how that plays out. So like, subscribe for more Doki Doki like this and let's see where things are gonna go. It's the day of the festival. Of all days, I expected this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Saudi. But Saudi isn't answering her phone. I considered going to her house to wake her up, but decided that's a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. The banner Yuri and I painted is dry, and I gently rolled it up to take with me. She sent me a pleasant text reminding me not to forget anything, and I reassured her. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend time with Saudi and Yuri at the festival. But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will go great too. Oh yeah, we did promise to spend the whole day with her. Zeus! Monica, what's up? You're the first one here. Thanks for being early. That's funny. I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Monica is placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. That must be the ones she prepared to have all the poems we're performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like and submitted it. So that's the one I'll be performing. I'm surprised you didn't bring Saudi with you. Yeah, she overslept again. That dummy. You'd think that on days this important, she'd try a little harder. I say that, but I suddenly remembered what Saudi told me yesterday, and I suddenly feel awful knowing it's not nearly that simple for her. I only said it because it's the way I'm used to thinking. But maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all. You should take a little responsibility for her, Zeus. I mean, especially after your exchange with her yesterday. You kind of left her hanging this morning, Exchange? Monica, you know about that? Of course I do. I'm the club president after all. That doesn't explain anything. That doesn't explain why you would know our private business. But I stammer, embarrassed. Did somebody really tell her about it that quickly? About how I basically turned down her confession? That makes me really seem like the bad guy here. But I'm the one who knows what's best for her, right? Such a weird thought process. Jeez, you don't know the full story at all, so don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think. Why would you know more than I think? That's creepy. That's creepy. Eh? Monica is being as friendly as usual, but for some reason I felt a chill down my spine after hearing that. Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets? Not really, no. They came out really nice. Yeah, sure. I grabbed one of the pamphlets laid out on the desk. Oh yeah, they really did. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously. Yeah, I thought so too. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving it an almost professional feel. I recognized Natsuki's and Yuri's poem from the ones they performed during our practice. What's this? I flipped to Saodi's poem. It's different from the one she practiced. It's the one I haven't read before. Okay. Get out of my head. Just on a repeat here. Get out of my head. Get out of my head. Before I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. But a poem is never actually finished. It just stops moving. Why is there a percentage sign? Do I click that and see? Nothing. Okay, nothing happened. What does this mean? Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. This isn't about Monica, is it? Ah. What is this? Reading the poem, I get a pit in my stomach. Zeus? What's wrong? Nothing. This poem feels completely different from everything else Saodi's written. Well, more than that, I changed my mind. I'm gonna go get Saudi, so, well, alright. Try not to take too long, okay? I quickly leave the classroom. Don't strain yourself! Monica calls that out after me. I quicken my pace. What was I thinking? I should have tried a little bit harder for Saudi. It's not a big deal to at least wait for her or help her wake up. Even the simple gesture of walking her to school makes her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things will be the same as they always have been. That's all she needs, and what I want to give her. I reach Saudi's house and knock on the door. I don't expect an answer since she's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I open the door and let myself in. Saudi? She really is a heavy sleeper. I swallow. Hey, yo. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house. Isn't that more like something a boyfriend would do? I don't get any funny ideas. In any case, it just feels right. Outside Saudi's room, I knock on her door. Saudi? Wake up, dummy. There's no response. Dude, I swear if she killed herself, I'm going to be so freaking pissed. I said this in the last episode, but I'm going to be so pissed. I really didn't want to have to enter her room like this. Isn't it kind of a breach of privacy? Which really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. So, oh my gosh, he did! Holy frick! Oh. Is that why the music's been off this whole time? It's been silent? What the frick is going on? An exception has occurred. File game script chapter 5 replay? Line 307 sees traceback text for details? What? What is going on? What the hell? Yeah, what the hell? Is this a nightmare? It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way this can be real. Saudi wouldn't do this. Everything was normal up until a few days ago. No, there was totally signs. There was totally signs, my dude. That's why I can't believe what my eyes are showing me. I suppressed the urge to vomit. Just yesterday, I told Saudi I would be there for her. I told her I know what's best and that everything will be okay. But why? Why would she do this? How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Turning down her confession? That has to be of what pushed her over the edge. Her agonized scream still echoes in my ears. Why did I do that to her when she needed me the most? Why was I so selfish? This is my fault! My swarming thoughts keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. If I just spent more time with her, walked her to school, and gave her what I know she wanted out of our relationship, then I could have prevented this. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club. Screw the festival. I just lost my best friend. Someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I could do can bring her back. This isn't some game where I could reset and try something different. I mean, it really is, though. I had only one chance, and I wasn't careful enough. And now, I'll carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is more than hers. Is worth more than hers. But I still couldn't do what she needed from me. And now, I can never take it back. Never. 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 And that's it? What the frick? What is happening right here? What is this, though? What is this button? I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. This girl is... Wait, so is Saudi like erased from the game? Hold on, what is... Or I just sighed... What the frick is going on here? It's an ordinary school day like any other. Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that. Yo, so did we just reset and because somebody killed herself, she's no longer existing? Is that how this is working? But I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. There's always the anime club, but it's not like there would be any girls in it anyway. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs? There really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be too demanding for me to want to deal with. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Zeus? Why is Monica here? Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right? Yeah, it has. Has it? Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other well. We rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Okay, that's how. Monica was probably the most popular girl in his class. Smart, beautiful, and athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... What did you come in here for, anyway? Oh, I've just been looking for supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? About that. I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quit? Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about budgets and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. A literature club. Literature club. Literature? That sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far? It's kind of embarrassing, but there's only 3 of us so far. It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. Well, I could say that. But it's really not boring at all, you know? Literature can be anything. Reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the club room. Wait, really? Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insists that manga is literature too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. And besides, a member's a member, right? Did Monica say she? Hey, Zeus, by any chance, are you still looking for a club to join? I mean, I guess so, but in that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but if you could at the very least, visit my club, it would make me really happy. Please? Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monica? I mean, it's easy. If, you know, Yuri's in the picture, you refuse Monica. It's pretty simple. Sure, I guess I could check it out. Awesome. You're really sweet, Zeus, you know that? It's nothing, really. Shall we go, then? I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important. Oh, you're so sweet. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. That line's changed. I timidly follow Monica across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Monica, full of energy, swings open the door. Oh my frick, what was that? And I brought a guest with me. And, oh my gosh. Girl 1, hey, her name's Yuri. Guest? Seriously, you brought a boy? Why isn't Natsuki glitching? Way to kill the atmosphere. Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, Zeus. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. No, it's full of 2 incredibly cute girls and one that looks like she doesn't belong in this scenario. So let me guess, you're Monica's boyfriend, right? What? No, out of my league, not even a chance. Natsuki, the girl with the sour attitude whose name apparently appears is Natsuki, is the one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. Probably. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president. How you doing, baby? It's nice to meet you. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you. So I ran into Zeus in the classroom and he decided to come and check out the club. Isn't that great? Wait, Monica? Didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was gonna...
Well, you know. Sorry, I didn't forget that. I just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that would be great. Why don't you come sit down, Zeus? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I had to take a seat next to Monica. So I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these two. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in the classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not. Insulted, Yuri looks away. That's my queen right there. That's my queen. I mean that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So, Zeus, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that could change. I could change for you, baby. I will change for you. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. So, it seems like we're definitely stuck in a loop here. But why? Why have we looped back to the beginning of the story? I'm assuming it has to do with Saodi's death. But what's up with the glitching? My save is gone. My original save is gone, guys. My original save has been deleted. What the hell? Wait, so do I just have to replay this game? Alright, let's keep going and see if anything changes. I just need to tell you the truth, Zeus. The thing is, we don't have enough members to form a first club. We need 4. We're trying really hard to find new members. If we don't find one more before the festival, I'm defenseless against these girls. Oh, I'm supposed to make a clear-headed decision with it like this. Would ever let anyone down in this situation? The club itself seems pretty relaxed, so if the running poem is a price to pay in order to spend some time every day with these beautiful girls, let's do it. Alright, we're joining the Literature Club once again. Alright, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting. Good note, everyone remembers tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we all can share. Monica looks over at me once more. Zeus, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside of me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. This will be on my way then. Okay. I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait. With that, I depart the club room and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the 3 girls, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I was going to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. You have unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? Sure. A dream. I was staying over at my friend's place. There were 4 of us. I drifted off to sleep while everyone was talking and watching TV. In my dream, I was still at my friend's house. The only difference was that there was nails sticking out of the walls everywhere. And there was also someone I didn't recognize. The person I didn't recognize told a joke and everyone laughed. I woke up to the sound of everyone laughing at something that happened on the TV. So the laughing was not part of the dream. It was the noise that woke me up. I wonder who that person was and how they knew to tell the joke at that moment. Whose poem is this? Yo, was that Monica? I'm gonna do another save right here. That was weird. Hold on, let's click save again and see if it pops up. No? That's freaking weird. Alright, we're gonna try again to go the Yuri route. See how it goes. Whoa, 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 what the frick is that? Okay, that was Saudi. I know for a fact that was a drawing of Saudi. What was that all about, though? Can someone explain what that was all about, please? Hi again, Zeus. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. I'm getting real close to just wanting to run away. I won't even lie to you. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. Okay. What the freak happened to your face? Thanks for keeping your promise, Zeus. Is the music more high-pitched now, too? Oh, this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Okay, Natsuki. What is going on in this game? I'm so confused and like scared. Why is Monica over the text? Monica, what are you doing? Get behind the text. I can't read all of it. What is going on here, dudes? Okay, she was stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. All right. Why is the music pitching changes? Also, is the classroom tilted or is it just me? What is going on here? Also, is Yuri taller? She's like at the top of the screen here. Okay, so I was right. It was tilted and now it's back to normal. Weird. And the pitch is changing again. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time I feel bad for distracting her from reading. Yep. Alright, so we're back to the Yuri route again. We're meeting eyes with Yuri, of course. But because the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyways? What the frick? Then suddenly... What in the world? Okay, so it's still here. So when horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyways. Was that supposed to be a slight at me? What the frick is going on in this game? I am skipping through this because most of it... Okay, what the frick? My whole body... What was that? What was that? I missed it. It said something about my whole body. What is going on with the text popping up when Yuri's talking? Fact... Okay! What was that? That scared me. Alright, we're sitting next to Yuri once more to read books, because, you know, Yuri's the one that we want to make love to or be loved by. I am curious to see if that pops up again. So, the whole my body thing, the text isn't here. Weird. Feel a person on the shoulder. It's not particularly a bad thing. Maybe a little distracting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I was just bathing in... What the frick was that? What was that? What is these texts that are going by so fast? I can't even read what it's saying. It was something... I was just bathing in your something. I think it might have been I was just bathing in your blood. Because that would be freaking creepy if it was true. Ah, nice. Okay, we're back to this. It's beautiful romance. Hold on, she doesn't relate to the character? And she's smiling. I don't remember that reaction last time. It's the way she second guesses things and all that. Ah, that's what you were talking about? Sorry, I thought you meant something else about her? Something else? Never mind, we didn't even get that far yet. So I don't know why that came into my head. Are you feeling alright? Eh? She's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. My breathing's a little... My breathing? It puts a hold on her chest as to... Okay, hold on. I want to go back to that. So it was right here. This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of a bit. And then she immediately says, no, I don't relate to this character. But previously she was wondering why. I didn't even notice. I mean, I'm fine. Why? What's up with this smile? This smile seems weird. I just need some water. Alright, don't push yourself. She rushes out of the classroom. What is that about? Zeus? Did something happen just now? I have no idea. She was acting a little... Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess. So you don't know anything. Sorry, I can't say that I do. Are you worried about her? Oh, no. Not really. Just making sure that you didn't do anything to her? Why would I do anything to her? Don't worry, I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming. If you say so. When we start sharing our poems with each other, yeah? Should we wait for Yuri? She might be a while, so I just figured we'd get started without her. That's kind of weird. Is that okay? I mean, yeah, I was just asking. Make a mental note of where I left off in the book. I'll share with Monica first. See how this goes. It says she seemed eager to read my poem, and I want her to know I'm putting in effort. Hey, Zeus. Hey, Monica. Having a good time so far? I don't know, man. It's been a little weird. Glad to hear it, but since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities and blah, 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 I'm always listening. I'll be ready to bring things up, okay? Keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring anything up. Much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyone want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Zeus. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. No, I don't. Why would you all be embarrassed? It's that sort of barrier that we're all learn to get past soon. Sure. Alright, here's my poem, Monica. Great job, Zeus. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. Not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. Guess I underestimated you. It's the easiest way for It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. All right, same thing from last time. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality. I don't mean that like it's a bad thing, though. But sometimes I get the impression that she's just totally given up on people. She spends so much time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her. But that's why she gets happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little strongly. Interesting. Like earlier, I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time. Suddenly the door opens. Yuri! I'm back. Did I miss anything? Not really. We all started sharing our poems with each other. Eh? Already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm more glad that you took all the time you needed. All right. Thanks, Monica. I suppose I should get my poem now. Anyone want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in the wall. But he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glanced at my surroundings, but my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling playing tricks on my ears? The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. Who is he? Yeah, what was the inspiration behind this one, Monica? Well, I'm not sure how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. What kind of epiphany? The way to think about it is this: if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you just say, okay, same tip as last time, if I recall correctly. Alright, we're gonna go show Yuri our poem next. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional! Eh? What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, then ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. Eh? That's... I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphor indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? That's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She chases her finger along the words of the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers, and having been through that myself, I learned to pick up on them. I think the most notable thing I recognize in the new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Weird. It's like similar to the first playthrough, but different. Alright, let's read Yuri's poem. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles genuinely as if it's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Ooh, that's pretty nice. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. Actually, your handwriting is really good. What? I wasn't thinking about that at all. It'll take you a long time to read it. Ah, well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Eh? That's a relief. Also, I liked the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems. No, not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest, since our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Zeus. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps, the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. Eh? It's nothing, really. Yours was impressive, too. So, nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Zeus. Me too. The romance continues to bloom. All right, Natsuki, let's just get this over with. Zeus, if you're not going to take this club seriously, then go home. Harsh. All right, let's see Natsuki's stupid poem. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can see, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. I hate her poems, dude. Me saying I like it is a lie. I don't even know why I would like it. There's nothing to indicate why I should like this poem. Alright. Whew. Guess that's everyone. Glance around the room, and that was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. It's a literature club, after all. I sigh. Guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monica is writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper or share their respective poems. Alright, so they're watching each other's expressions. Are they about to fight again? What's with this language? Eh? Yeah, Natsuki, you have cute poems, you know? I do have a couple of suggestions. I have a couple of suggestions. Excuse me. I appreciate that offer. Yeah, you tell her, Yuri. You tell her. I did like Yuri's poem, and I was impressed. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Oh, yeah, this. Yuri stands up as well. You're just jealous that Zeus appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Cat fight. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything cutesy. I love it. I was the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as Zeus started showing up. I don't know, they look great to me. Natsuki, that's a little... And they're both going off on Monica. Dang, you act as young as you look, Natsuki. I was in the middle of a yawn. What the frick is going on? You can kind of balance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute. The only thing about you is how hard you try. Be careful or you might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri. Oh, my bad, you already do. Don't you? Oh! Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What the F is wrong with your head? Yeah, go on. Let's just hear everything you really think. I'm sure he'll be head over heels for you after this. Suddenly, Yuri turns toward me as if she noticed I was just standing here. Zeus, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. What is happening? How did I get dragged into the... Oh, I'm gonna go Yuri, though. What is going on? It's not letting me choose. Hi, Monica. Monica, you wanna step out of the way? Jesus, why don't we step outside for a little bit? Okay. Dog, what the frick is going on? They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Haha, some president I am, right? Yeah, some president you are. Can't even care for my own club members properly. Sure wish I was able to be a little more assertive sometimes. I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Hold on, I kind of want to go back. I want to read some of these insults. Oh yeah, so Natsuki called her an edgy, wannabe edgy bitch. Oh my gosh, sorry that my lifestyle is too much for someone for your mental edge to comprehend. Dang, most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know. You want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. You think you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute? Freaking funny, dude. If this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'd be happy to spend time with you instead. Suddenly, Natsuki runs out of the classroom. Dang, Natsuki's balling. That's what you get, though. And she quickly runs away. Oh dear, well, it looks like they're done. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Yuri is rocking back and forth in her desk with her palms on her forehead. Yuri? I didn't mean it. I believe you. Yo, what's up with her eyes? What is up with that? I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki. Or did. Zeus, please don't hate me. Please. I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it by tomorrow. Completely. Anyway, the meeting is over, so you can go home now if you want. Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monica. You can go first, Monica. I'd like to stay a little bit longer. I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. Why does Monica seem like she's trying to get in my way of love with Yuri? I'll wait for you to be done. Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take that responsibility today. Kind of sounds like you don't want me around for something, Yuri. It's not that. It's not that. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Zeus. It would just be embarrassing with you listening. Well, that's a weird sigh. I guess I don't really have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble, but I really appreciate you. I'm just... Yo, what was that? I'm confused. I'm so confused. What is this? What the frick is going on? What is happening here? What is this noise? Guys, I'm gonna end the episode here. I don't know what's happening at this point, but we will can this for the next episode, okay? This has gotten freaking weird. I don't know what's happening anymore.
So I hope you're enjoying it. Let me know in the comments below your thoughts, and we're gonna figure out what the hell is happening in the next episode. I'm Captain Zeus. God bless you guys, and I'm gonna go crap myself. Bye.
No.